Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. This time, we're going deep on all the AI tools that are going to be shaping 2025.
Yeah.
We got a whole stack of YouTube videos to dig through. They
Yeah.
cover business stuff, creative tools, even AI for personal productivity.
A lot to get through.
Yeah, really the mission here is to give you a solid rundown of the most promising tools so you can start playing around,
Yeah.
maybe even get ahead of the game a little bit.
Absolutely. It's remarkable how accessible these tools are becoming. You don't need to be a tech wizard to use them, you
Yeah.
know? It's not just about coding anymore. AI is becoming like a partner you can work with.
Yeah, so let's talk about this AI revolution that everyone's talking about. One video we watched, it actually started by addressing that whole robots are coming fear. They even brought up that Goldman Sachs prediction, the
Well,
one.
yeah, about 300 million jobs being replaced.
Exactly, 300 million jobs replaced by AI by 2030. But then they flipped the script. They quoted Netflix's COO, Ted Sarandos.
Oh, what did he say?
He said, AI is not going to take your job, but the person who uses AI well might.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
It really highlights the importance of adapting and integrating AI into what we do, our skill set.
For sure, for sure. And that's really what this deep dive is all about, understanding how to do just that.
Exactly.
So one area where AI is already making a huge impact is business efficiency. The first video highlighted a tool called presentations.ai.
Presentations.ai. What is that?
Imagine this. You input your topic, what language you want it in, how many slides you need. You can even feed it information from a PDF or a website, and it just generates a whole presentation for you.
Whoa.
Just like that.
That's crazy. Think about the implications, though, for marketing teams, consultants, educators, anyone who has to regularly make presentations.
Right.
It could save them so much time.
Oh, tons of time. It's basically like having a personal presentation designer on demand, right in your computer. And speaking of time savers, there's another tool called Coral AI. This one's for all those massive PDF documents that nobody wants to read.
Oh, I know those PDFs.
The legal documents, the research papers.
Yeah.
Coral AI can actually summarize all that complex information for you, and it can answer specific questions about the content. It even cites the sources so you can accurately quote from the document.
Wow. So lawyers, researchers, analysts, anyone working with those kinds of dense materials would find this incredibly useful.
Huge time saver. No more late nights poring over those long, complicated documents.
That's a game changer.
Now, this next tool really caught my eye. Hostinger website builder.
Hostinger, okay.
It uses AI to build an entire website for you in under a minute, just based on a description of your business.
In under a minute.
Under a minute.
That's insane. I mean, think about how this levels the playing field for small businesses and entrepreneurs who maybe don't have the budget for a web developer.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop there. Hostinger also has AI tools for generating content, writing product descriptions, editing images, even optimizing your website for SEO.
It's like having a whole digital marketing team built right into the platform.
It really is. And this speaks to the democratizing power of AI, right? Tools that were once only accessible to big companies are now available to individuals and small businesses.
Absolutely. That's a really important point.
Another tool they mentioned for streamlining workflows was Zapier. Have you heard of Zapier?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's all about automating tasks by connecting different apps together, so it can take care of all those repetitive, boring tasks that nobody wants to do.
I like the sound of that. Give me an example.
Okay, so let's say someone buys your product through PayPal, right?
Okay.
Zapier can automatically add their email to your MailChimp list, send them a welcome email, and update your sales spreadsheet, all automatically.
Wow, that's incredibly efficient. You set it up once, and the AI takes care of it from there.
Exactly. Frees you up to focus on the bigger picture.
Definitely. It's giving you back time.
So we've talked about AI for presentations, research, websites, automation.
Yeah.
Is there anything AI can't do?
Right.
Well, get this. One video even introduced an AI lawyer.
An AI lawyer. Seriously, what's that called?
It's called Do Not Pay. It's designed to handle those smaller legal issues like fighting parking tickets, canceling subscriptions you don't want, or requesting refunds.
Interesting.
It's all about empowering individuals against those big corporations.
That's an interesting concept. It's like David versus Goliath, but with AI on your side.
Exactly.
I wonder about the social impact, though. Could this make legal services more accessible to people who couldn't normally afford a lawyer?
That's a really good question, something to think about for sure. Okay, so let's switch gears now and jump into the creator economy. One of the videos highlighted a tool called Midjourney. Have you heard of this one?
Oh, yeah, Midjourney. It's been getting a lot of buzz lately. It's the AI that creates those amazing images.
Yeah. One of the videos showed how someone is actually selling Midjourney-generated images as digital wallpapers and prints on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
That's smart. It highlights all the new opportunities that are popping up for creators in this AI space.
Right, but the video also pointed out this missed opportunity that a lot of creators are making. They're only targeting English-speaking audience.
Oh, I see. When you consider that the majority of the world doesn't speak English, that's a huge market they're missing out on.
Exactly. And that's where Hain comes in.
Yeah.
Hain uses AI to translate videos into any language.
Wow.
So creators can easily reach a global audience.
I can see how that would be a game changer for a lot of creators.
Absolutely. You know, you could even offer a service where you create and manage multilingual video content for creators on platforms like TikTok or Instagram. You could be charging like $2,000 to $5,000 a month per account. That's a real business opportunity right there.
Definitely. A lot of potential there.
And remember Hostinger Website Builder, the tool we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Well, it's also perfect for creators who want to build their own online stores to sell digital products.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It used to be that building a professional website was a big hurdle for a lot of creators, but tools like Hostinger are changing all that.
Totally. And if you're selling physical products, there's another tool called Photoroom AI.
Photoroom, okay.
This one uses AI to take ordinary stock photos and transform them into professional-looking product images.
Interesting.
Think about all those businesses out there using, like, low-quality stock photos on their websites.
Yeah.
You could offer a service to enhance their product images using Photoroom. Could be a really lucrative niche. You could easily charge $500 to $1,000 per website.
Wow.
So we've covered business efficiency and the creator economy. What about AI tools for personal productivity and creativity?
Oh, yeah, let's get into that.
One that stood out was Twain.ai.
Twain.ai. I haven't heard of that one.
It's like a personal writing assistant. It helps you improve your writing style, make your writing clearer, make sure the tone is right. You know, make sure your emails, reports, and presentations are top-notch.
Oh, so it's like having a professional editor on hand whenever you need one.
Exactly.
I like it.
And, of course, we can't talk about AI without mentioning the big one, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, of course. Even with all the new tools coming out, ChatGPT is still a powerhouse. And there's all this buzz about ChatGPT 5.
Oh, yeah. What's so special about ChatGPT 5? What can it do that the current version can't?
Well, ChatGPT 5 is supposed to have a much deeper understanding of context and memory, and its responses are going to be even more human-like.
Yeah.
And get this, it'll be able to handle different media formats like images, videos, and audio.
Wow, that's a huge leap forward.
It is.
But one YouTuber made a really good point. Even with all these advancements, mastering the art of prompting is still crucial. You know, how you talk to the AI.
Right, it's like you're collaborating with this incredibly smart AI assistant, but it's very literal. The clearer and more specific your instructions are, the better the results you're going to get.
Yeah, it's not just about knowing what you want. It's about learning how to communicate that effectively to the AI.
Makes sense.
Another tool that caught my eye was Ocean.io.
Ocean.io.
It's a B2B tool that helps you identify potential customers. So let's say you run a car rental company, right?
Yeah.
You put your company's website into Ocean.io, and it generates a list of similar businesses. It even gives you their contact information, tells you where they're located, and even the size of the company.
Wow, that's really useful for sales and marketing teams.
Oh, totally. It takes all the guesswork out of lead generation.
Yeah.
And finally, for all the podcasters out there, we have Autopod. It's a tool that automates video editing for podcasts.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a dream come true. Video editing can be such a time-consuming process.
Tell me about it. So what can Autopod actually do?
Well, it can switch between camera angles, sync the audio and video.
Yeah.
And it can even trim out those, awkward pauses or mistakes that we all make. It just streamlines the whole process.
Amazing.
Yeah. It really does feel like AI is finding its way into, every part of our lives.
Yeah.
From the boring stuff to the super creative stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
What I find fascinating is that these tools aren't just, automating tasks. They're actually expanding what we're capable of doing,
Yeah. And we've only just scratched the surface here. There's so much more to explore.
Yeah.
One of the videos mentioned this idea of computer use, but with AI.
Computer use with AI. What do you mean by that?
Specifically, they talked about a tool called Claude. developed by Anthropic.
Claude, okay.
Claude 3.5 Sonnet, to be exact. It lets you interact with a computer in a sandbox environment, but you use plain English, like you're talking to a person.
Oh, interesting. So I wouldn't need to know, like, specific commands or code.
Nope. You could just say, "Hey, Claude, find me the cheapest flights from San Francisco to Bangalore."
And it would do it.
Yeah, just like that. Or you could say, "Check my emails for messages from these 5 people."
And it would sift through my inbox and pull out the relevant messages.
Exactly.
Wow. That's next level for virtual assistants.
It is. And the video also mentioned that Claude can be used for coding.
For coding. But I thought you said you didn't need to know how to code to use it.
You don't. Even if you're not a programmer, you can describe what you want to create to Claude, and it can actually generate code snippets for you.
Really?
Yeah, it can even build simple programs and help you create games.
That's incredible. It's like having a coding expert at your disposal, even if you've never coded a day in your life.
Exactly. And then there's another tool called Pythagoras AI that takes this concept even further. You can actually give Pythagoras a detailed description of a website or an app that you want to build, and it'll write the code and deploy it for you.
So you're saying, like, I could have an idea for an app, describe it to Pythagoras, and it would make the app for me.
That's the idea. Pretty wild, right?
That's amazing. I mean, that could completely change the game for anyone who has an idea but doesn't have the technical skills to bring it to life.
Totally. It makes you wonder, like, what kind of innovations we'll see when everyone can create their own tech, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's really exciting to think about.
It is. And it's not just about creating new things. AI is also changing the way we consume information. One video highlighted this tool from Google called Notebook LM.
Notebook LM.
Yeah. So imagine you have to read a bunch of really long articles or reports.
Ugh, I hate that.
Instead of reading them all, you just feed them into Notebook LM, and it summarizes the key points for you and presents them in an audio format.
So it's like having a personalized podcast episode generated from any collection of documents.
Exactly. Or even YouTube videos.
That's incredible. That would be a lifesaver for anyone who needs to stay informed but just doesn't have the time to read everything.
Yeah, and think about how helpful that would be for people with visual impairments or learning disabilities.
Oh, that's a great point.
It makes information so much more accessible.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this next one might sound a little sci-fi. It's a wearable AI companion called Omi.
A wearable AI, like something you actually wear.
Yeah, it looks like a pendant. You wear it, and it listens to your conversations.
Okay.
The AI then provides you with summaries and insights based on what it hears.
So if I wore Omi to a meeting, it would record the conversation and then give me a summary afterwards.
Yep. You could even ask it specific questions about the meeting, like, what did they say about the new product launch?
That's crazy. It's like having a personal note-taker and assistant with you at all times.
Exactly. Catching all those details that you might miss.
I can see how that would be super helpful for people who, like, have tons of meetings back to back or who have trouble remembering details.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so AI is helping us create things, consume information, remember stuff. What else?
Well, one of the videos really focused on the power of AI for marketing and outreach, specifically cold outreach.
Oh, cold outreach. Everyone's favorite, right?
Right. But they talked about tools like Instantly and Apollo, which are designed to automate and personalize outreach campaigns.
So instead of manually sending emails and trying to keep track of who responds, I could use these tools to send personalized messages to a whole list of potential clients.
Yeah. And the AI would handle the scheduling and the follow-ups for you.
That's amazing.
And they can even help you identify your ideal customer profile and figure out how to write more targeted messages.
It's like AI is taking all the pain out of those tasks that nobody really enjoys doing, but that you have to do if you want to grow your business.
Exactly.
Speaking of things that nobody enjoys doing, what about video editing? We talked about Autopod earlier for podcasters.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the videos went deeper into OpenAI's Sora, which has been making waves with its ability to generate these realistic video frames from text descriptions. They were talking about Sora's new storyboarding feature.
Oh yeah, Sora, I remember that. What's the storyboarding feature all about?
So let's say you want to create a scene of a rocket launching into space, right? Instead of having to animate it frame by frame, you just describe the scene to Sora, and the AI creates the entire sequence for you.
That's incredible. That would be a game changer for filmmakers, animators, anyone who creates video content.
It is.
Didn't Sora have some limitations, though?
Yeah, it still struggles with animating certain movements, like walking. But overall, the results are pretty amazing. It's a huge step forward in AI video generation.
Totally. Speaking of huge steps forward, one of the most talked about trends in AI is the emergence of AI agents. We mentioned them briefly earlier, but I think it's worth digging a little deeper.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Remind me, what are AI agents again?
So AI agents are basically these highly specialized AI assistants that can handle a wide range of tasks. Think of it like this. You could have an AI agent for marketing, another one for HR, one for accounting, even one for legal compliance.
Whoa. So instead of needing a whole team of employees, I could have a team of AI agents working for me.
Exactly. And it's not as far-fetched as it sounds.
Okay, but how would I manage all these AI agents? Would I have to, like, give them specific instructions for every single task?
That's where it gets really interesting. These AI agents are designed to learn and adapt over time. You train them on your specific preferences and how you like to work, and they become more efficient and more autonomous as they gain experience.
So it's like having a team of employees who are constantly learning and improving, but they don't need breaks or vacation.
Exactly. And they can work 24/7. This could be huge for small businesses and solopreneurs who don't have the resources to hire a big team.
I can see how this would be a complete game changer. Are there any companies working on these AI agent platforms yet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We mentioned Google Mariner earlier, and there's also OpenAI Swamp and Salesforce's Agentforce. Those are just a few examples.
So there are already options out there that are tailored to different needs and use cases. This all sounds incredible, but I can't help but think about the potential impact on jobs. You know,
Yeah.
if businesses can just rely on AI agents instead of hiring people, could this lead to, like, widespread unemployment?
It's a valid concern, and I think it's something that we definitely need to be mindful of as AI technology continues to advance.
Yeah, it's definitely something to watch. It feels like there's so much to consider, both the amazing potential of AI and the potential challenges that we need to address.
Yeah, it's a really complex landscape.
It's incredible to think about how far AI has already come,
Yeah.
and we're really just getting started, you know?
It really does feel like we're just at the beginning of this whole AI revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
The pace of innovation is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It seems like every week there's some new breakthrough, some new tool that pushes the boundaries of what we thought was even possible.
It's true. It's true.
And with all these advancements, one of the things that keeps coming up in these videos is this idea of responsible AI development.
Right, right. As AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives, we have to be mindful of the potential downsides as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
One video talked about AI's ability to, like, personalize experiences, which can be incredibly helpful, but it also raises some questions about data privacy and how our information is being used.
Right. It's a tricky balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want AI to be helpful and efficient, but we also need to make sure that it respects our privacy and doesn't cross any ethical lines.
Exactly.
Another concern that was highlighted was the potential for misuse, especially with tools like Sora that can create such realistic video content.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sora is amazing, but it's not hard to imagine how that technology could be used to create deepfakes or spread misinformation,
Right.
It makes you think about how we can even verify the authenticity of information in a world where AI can create practically anything.
Yeah, it's a really challenging landscape to navigate.
It is.
It really underscores the need for critical thinking and media literacy.
For sure.
We can't just blindly trust everything we see or hear online anymore.
Exactly.
One video even brought up this concept of AI explainability.
AI explainability.
Yeah, they emphasize the importance of understanding how AI systems make decisions, especially in sensitive areas like healthcare or finance.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, imagine being denied a loan or a job opportunity based on an AI's assessment. If we can't understand how the AI arrived at that decision, it raises some serious concerns about fairness and accountability.
Right. Transparency is crucial in those situations.
Yeah, for sure. It almost feels like we need to develop a whole new set of ethical guidelines and regulations specifically for AI.
I think we're already starting to see that happen, though, which is encouraging.
Yeah.
Governments, industry leaders, researchers, they're all starting to have these conversations.
That's good to hear. It seems like there's a growing awareness of the need to develop and deploy AI responsibly.
Well, definitely.
One video even suggested that the future of AI might not be about creating, like, super intelligent machines, but about creating AI systems that actually augment human intelligence and creativity.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Instead of fearing AI as this replacement for humans, what if we see it as this powerful tool that can actually enhance our capabilities? You know?
Yeah.
Think about the advancements we could make in healthcare, education, scientific research. The possibilities are really limitless.
Totally. But it all comes back to that idea of responsible development, right?
Right.
We need to guide AI in a direction that ultimately benefits humanity.
Absolutely.
This whole deep dive has really been eye-opening.
Yep.
You know, we've explored the incredible potential of AI and all these tools that are shaping the future, but we've also uncovered some really important questions and challenges.
It's a complex landscape for sure, but I'm optimistic that we can navigate it successfully. You know, AI has the power to truly transform our world for the better, but we have to approach it with a sense of responsibility and a commitment to ethical development.
Absolutely. So what does all this mean for our listeners? Yeah, what's the takeaway message here?
I think the key is to embrace AI with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to learn. You know, experiment with the tools, see what they can do, but always be mindful of their limitations and the potential downsides.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. Challenge assumptions. Engage in conversations about the ethical implications of all of this.
Exactly, because the future of AI is being shaped right now. And we all have a role to play in that.
That's a really powerful thought to leave our listeners with. This has been an incredible journey through the world of AI tools in 2025. We've covered so much, from automating business tasks to creating art and videos to even exploring this whole concept of AI agents that can run entire companies.
It's amazing to see how AI is changing the way we work, create, and even just interact with the world around us.
Yeah, and it's just the beginning. I think the next few years are going to bring even more groundbreaking innovations.
Ooh, for sure.
So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged.
Yes.
The future of AI is in our hands.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
We'll see you next time.